What's up, everybody? It's Benny here with Benny's Fishing and Outdoors, and as I stated in a previous video, I'm out here at Zelensky State Forest doing a backpacking trip, and I decided to take this opportunity to field test some of these dehydrated foods. So the one I have for you guys today is this Augason Farms 48-hour emergency rations food supply. I am not bringing the whole bucket with me. I am bringing 4 meals out of here. Included in this is buttermilk pancakes, which I will not be bringing. That's going to be too much of a hassle, too much of a mess. So that's staying here. Maple brown sugar oatmeal. That's going to be my breakfast tomorrow. Creamy chicken flavored rice. That might be lunch today. Might be lunch tomorrow. I'm not sure. Macaroni and cheese. And creamy potato soup. So I'm going to try 3 or 4 of these and let you know how they taste and whether or not this whole kit's worth it. I believe I paid $40 for this whole bucket, and it's supposed to feed 4 people for 48 hours. So we're going to go ahead and give this a try and do a taste test for you. So thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for the results. Now let's go have some fun. Okay, so lunch, I'm doing creamy chicken flavored rice. One thing I can already tell you is I wish they would package these smaller. It wants me to boil 5 cups of water to add this entire pouch to the saucepan, and then stir and let it keep cooking for another 5 minutes. So obviously this is for emergency situations where you're at a house with a family. This isn't made for backpacking, but yeah, smaller portions would be nice. By the looks of it, there's no rice in here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I see nothing but, yep, there's some rice in there, but it's mostly flavoring by the looks of it. So once the water boils, I'm going to go ahead and add this and eat some lunch. Alright, so my water's boiling. So now I got to figure out how much of this I'm going to add to it. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use my cup here. Nope, never mind. I'm just going to pour it. Let's see how this goes. So now it's got 5 more minutes. You guys will be back in a second. Alright, so I think it's done cooking now. So we're going to give this a little go. It's thickened up a good bit. Really hot. I'm gonna let that sit and cool off a little bit. All right, guys. So it's finished cooking, and it's cooled down enough that I should be able to eat this. So let's get that first bite and not burn my mouth, and see how it tastes. You know, it doesn't actually taste too bad. It's a bit creamier, but it very much reminds me of like the Knowles rice sides. Like I said, it's a little bit creamier. Not too bad. Mine's more like a soup, but that's because I didn't cook the whole pack. I had to eyeball it. All in all, though, I mean, it's not bad. In an emergency situation, yeah, I'd eat it. Normal Monday through Friday, I'll pass. Backpacking, no thank you. It's cheaper and easier just to get a thing of like the Knowles pasta sides or rice sides or whatever than a chicken breast. So if there's anything you want me to taste test, feel free to reach out to me. Send me a message, comment down below, and I'll figure out a way to get, you know, the item you want to send me to taste test. That being said, I'm gonna eat lunch. All right, everybody. Working on getting dinner started. Let's see. I'm thinking creamy potato soup for dinner. It says 8 servings. 8. And they want me to open it, whisk the entire pouch into 10 cups of water, boiling water, and then reduce heat to medium and continue for 10 to 15 minutes. This is not practical for backpacking. Give me a couple seconds. Well, for me, it'll be about 20-30 minutes. For you, it'll be about 2 seconds. And I'll get this put together, this made. And we'll try it. Alright, so I got boiling water. Now it's time to add the soup. We'll see how this turns out because, again, I can tell you the serving size, but you don't have much of an ability to actually portion it out, so wants me to reduce the heat to medium. Well, it's easier said than done. So here's what I'm gonna do, because it is still crazy hot. Stir, stir, stir. Tap, tap, tap. Put the lid on. Let it sit. Alright guys, so it looks like it's done. It's kind of a soupy, potato-y mess. I've noticed it's pretty much the same color as lunch. I think instead of rice, they put in these little tiny potato squares. So, first taste test. Here we go. Not bad. Not the greatest. I mean, doesn't really have much of a taste. Yeah. Yes, creamy. Potatoes not too bad. It needs seasoning. So far, number 2, in an emergency situation, yes. Just to have it, no. So, it's creamy, the potatoes are cooked, or rehydrated, I should say. It needs seasoning. Other than that, I mean, it's food, it's energy. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish my dinner. I'll see you guys for breakfast. Alright guys, good morning, which means breakfast time. So let's see what I have for breakfast. Remember from the beginning of the video, you know it's maple brown sugar oatmeal. So this I'm gonna do different. So instead of getting out my mess kit and cooking it in my mess kit, I'm just gonna boil some water and dump it in here. Yeah. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Well, for me it'll be a few minutes. For you guys it'll be a couple of seconds. Because I gotta get my stove back out and get water boiling again. So I'll see you guys in a few seconds. So in case you couldn't hear, the water's ready. So, now to fill the oatmeal. Steam is hot. Uh-oh. It sprung a leak. Time to try and stir this up. Well, this just looks like oatmeal. Doesn't look like anything special. To be honest, this doesn't taste like maple brown sugar. It just tastes like plain oatmeal. So here we go. It's very bland. I mean, you can barely taste any seasoning. There's almost no maple brown sugar taste to this. So, yeah. Maple brown sugar oatmeal? No, it's just oatmeal. Alright, I'm gonna finish eating this. I'll see you guys for lunch. What's going on, everybody? So, because there was a change of plans on the trail yesterday, I did not get to do lunch, so I'm doing it now. And doing mac and cheese. For some reason, they decided elbow and cheese sauce powder needed to be separate. So, more complicated than it has to be. Yeah. I honestly, I'm not expecting this to taste like much. Just like everything else, I'm expecting it to be bland. That being said, still gonna try it. I can already tell you right now, though, is it worth the $40 or $50 to get the bucket? No. Just go get your own, make your own bucket. You can buy a bucket for a few dollars. Buy a pack of macaroni and cheese. You know, even one of those multi-packs. Pick up a couple packs of Knoll's Ready Rice, pasta sides, whatever flavors you want. They're Kroger's usually has them on sale, 10 for $10, $1 a piece. That's more than cheap, and you can even customize it to whatever you want. Don't waste your money on the bucket. That being said, I'm still gonna cook this. I'm still gonna give you guys a taste test, but yeah, I'll be back once this is done cooking. So I just drained most of the water out of it. Now to add the cheese sauce, which they want me to mix it separately and then add it. We're gonna do it this way. You know, like you make mac and cheese normally. This recipe does not call for milk or butter like normal mac and cheese, so I'm sure this is going to be very bland. And not so good. See, that doesn't even look very cheesy. Alright, that looks pretty well mixed up. Alright, time to try this. Okay, so you remember me saying it's probably going to be really creamy? It's not. It has a very weird texture to it. Yeah, I wouldn't waste your money. Make your own.
I'm gonna feed animals.
Alright everybody, so I didn't eat the last 2 meals. I don't need to. This bucket, complete and utter waste. You can make your own version cheaper with better tasting stuff. So I would just flat out say this is just a gimmick just to try and get people to buy, scare people into buying things that they can make on their own much better. You can buy a bucket, a food grade bucket from a hardware store for $1, and then you got Knoll's pasta sides, rice sides, ramen noodles, macaroni and cheese, Kraft macaroni and cheese. You can buy a 5-pack for $5 when it's on sale at Walmart. You can easily make this bucket on your own, cheaper and better tasting. So I don't even waste your money on it. I did, so you guys can learn. Everything was bland, no taste to it, very little flavor. The only thing that was half decent was the pancakes, which I made just before filming this. And those were only half decent because I made changes to them. So, in closing, don't waste your money. That being said, I'll see you on the water.